Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth, an extension of the website flickeringmyth.com. My name's EJ Marino and right now we have a brand new review of the film Hustlers.
We didn't do anything wrong.
Talk about an absolute surprise. Many people weren't even putting Hustlers in contention with a great movie of the year, let alone an awards contender. But Hustlers is absolutely going to be in the awards conversation, and we could see a supporting nomination for Jennifer Lopez. Yes, I'm not being hyperbolic. Hustlers is one of the better films I have seen this year. It is absolutely hilarious, an amazing message about sisterhood, and actually a damn good time at the movies. It's hard to get all of those together, but somehow Hustlers finds a way to balance its more serious story with some of the lighter moments. It has a lot of drama, but a lot of humor. All of it. This is such a hard balance to find, and I really think this movie nails its odd tone and even odder story. The story of Hustler follows Dorothy, also known as Destiny in this film. She is played by Constance Wu and a stripper trying to find her place in the world. She's trying to be a little bit more self-sufficient. She's trying to actually make money from her job, and that doesn't happen until she teams up with Ramona, played by Jennifer Lopez, and they go down a weird, dark life where they end up robbing men on Wall Street, drugging them, and trying to make a living off stealing other people's livings. It's an insane story, a true story as well, based on a New York Times article. It's such an interesting story, and it's really handled with, honestly, perfection in this film. If this movie was maybe directed by a man or even came out 10 years ago with the same director, I don't think this movie would have came off as polished and as honest as it has, because this movie is truly a great story about sisterhood and doesn't really lose a lot in translation to have a good time. Usually when you're telling a bold, brash story like this, it either becomes campy good times or way too serious and way too dour. Thankfully, this movie, like I said, finds the balance in between all its tones to make a good film with even better craftsmanship. The editing and cinematography of this movie blew me away. While it's not like top tier of the year, it's not going to win any awards, for this type of movie, I did not expect it to look this good. While yes, the film does look good, and I'm talking about from the cast to the way it's actually shot, the film has a beautiful aesthetic, but what's even better is the soundtrack. This is such an encapsulation of such a weird time period in American pop culture, that 2007 to 2013, the amount of hip hop, the amount of pop music used, I was really impressed, but there's also some older throwbacks in there as well. There's also amazing uses of classical music for some of the more dramatic scenes, or even used for comedic reasons, and I was really impressed by that. This movie is really, as much as it's a visual joy, it's an auditorial joy, because I just loved hearing all of the sounds, from the weird dialogue to the way the music played and the way the music enhanced the scene. This has such good craftsmanship. I will say the editing and the overall direction of the film was really great, and I think the music was such a good example of what happens when good direction, good music supervision, and good editing all come together. Hearing all of this positivity about a movie about strippers is probably shocking to people, because most people think of movies like Showgirls, which I'm a big fan of. I think that movie is a camp classic, and I expected Hustlers to kind of go more towards that area. But this is, like I said, a more serious film and actually going to be an awards contender. And I'm not talking about the Razzies. I'm talking this is for sure Golden Globes and even Oscar potential. And that's really good to see. I think a lot of people were going to write this movie off with the production company Styx and Anna Arena. I think a lot of people were like, we'll see. But honestly, from the TIFF reaction where it started a buzzing to my reaction now, this is seriously a film I honestly think people should run out and see. That is it from my review of Hustlers, a damn good time at the movies that I recommend so many people see. Even if you don't rush out to theaters to see it, check this out when it gets at home, because it's a really good time. I don't usually enjoy comedies as much as I did with this movie, and that's saying something. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my Hustlers review. Check out Flickering Myth for more videos just like this. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Give us a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up as well, because YouTube takes us way too seriously. And let's talk about Hustlers below.